Good morning. Happy Thursday. With the time change, the sun is not up yet, which is so sad, but soon enough, we will be starting the class again with the sun up. Good morning, Jet. I hope you're having a great morning so far, getting ready for a wonderful workout. So, total body strength today. What we're going to be doing, awesome, thumbs up, perfect. What we're going to be doing is a ladder workout. So we're going to start with 50 seconds of the first exercise, and then we're going to do 10 seconds of the second, and then 40 seconds, 20 seconds, 30, 30, 20, 40, 10, 50. So that's the structure for today's workout. And I'll go ahead and go through what movements we're going to be doing. So we're a total body strength. So we're going to be doing a mix of both upper and lower body, switching between the two. So starting off here, we're gonna be doing reverse lunges and curtsy lunges. So we're gonna be holding our dumbbells at our sides here. And first, we're gonna do reverse lunges. So stepping back, alternating with each foot, pressing through the front leg. So we're gonna do that. And then for the second exercise, we're gonna do curtsy lunges. So we're gonna step back and behind. So it's just like a reverse lunge. So before we're here, now we're going back and behind, hips forward, down, and alternating this way. So those are our first two exercises. And then our second two, we're going to be doing bicep curls. So arms straight out in front, curling the weight up here. So we're going to do bicep curls. And then for the second exercise, we're going to do overhead presses. So pressing the weight above head, just like that. And then we're going to get down on the ground for the second two, or sorry, the other four. Goodness, the other four exercises. So first one, we're going to do our glute bridges. So we're going to have our arms straight up in the air. We're going to squeeze the glutes, come back up and back down. So squeezing through the glutes, keeping our pelvis tucked, squeezing that core, squeezing the glutes. And then what we're going to do is we're going to hold at the top, and then we're going to do floor presses. So we're going to hold that glute bridge, and then we're going to press through the chest up into the air here. So those are the third set of exercises. And then lastly, we're going to do some dead bugs here with that core assist. So arms in the air, knees in the air, extending each leg one at a time, using the core to bring it back. And then the last thing we're going to do are toe touches. So feet in the air, touching our toes, exhaling as we come up. So that is going to be the full circuit. So like I said, we're going to do a ladder. So we're going to start off with 50 seconds of the first exercise, and then 10 seconds of the second. And then we'll work our way down with the first exercise and up with the second. So that's the whole thing today. So we're going to go ahead and get started with a nice little warm up, and then we'll get into the circuit. So we're going to start off on the ground on our hands and our knees here. We're going to do some quadruped rock. I'm just going to bring the camera down a little bit more so we can see me on the ground. So we're going to do some quadruped rocking here. So hands below the shoulders, knees right under those hips. And we're going to rock back, bring the glutes to the heels. We can have our knees a little bit wider here if we want to get those hips warmed up a little bit more if they're a little tight. Keeping the core tight, squeezing the glutes, coming back onto those hands. So we're going to do that a couple times, just flowing through at our nice pace, making sure we are squeezing through the glutes. Getting those hips and our legs warmed up as well as the core. And let's go ahead and do one more here. Awesome. And lastly, we're going to get our shoulders a little bit warmed up here. So what we're going to do is we're going to get into a plank position here. So on the toes, on the hands, and we're going to exhale, push ourselves up into that pike or down dog position. We're going to really get a nice stretch through the upper back, and then back down to the plank. We're going to do that 2 more times, pushing ourselves up into that pike position and back down. And one more time, pushing ourselves up and back down. Awesome. All right, we are ready to get started then here with our circuit today. So starting off with those reverse lunges are first, and then curtsy lunges. So reverse lunges and curtsy lunges, lots of lunges today. So I'm going to get the timer started We're gonna get going here in 3, 2, 1, and go. So we're holding those weights at our sides here, keeping that core tight, back flat, stepping back one leg at a time, pushing the ground away from us, heel, big toe, little toe. We got 50 seconds of this, and then we're gonna go right into those curtsy lunges, making sure we're breathing, squeezing the glutes. All of that weight is on our front foot, knee tracking past our second toe, heel, big toe, little toe. Push that ground away from us. We got 10 more seconds, and then we're going into our curtsy lunges. Switch sides here. 3, 2, 1. So now we're stepping back and diagonal, keeping those hips forward. This is going to go by really fast. 3, 2, 1. Now we're back to reverse lunges. So stepping back, keeping all of the weight in our front foot. So the knee is past our second toe. Oops. And we're keeping our core nice and tight, squeezing the glutes. So we really should feel this majorly in our glutes because we are putting all of our weight in that front foot. So if you can tell, my back leg is not really on the ground very much. I'm really using my glutes to stand back up. 3, 2, 1. All right, curtsy lunges. These reverse lunges are going to get a little bit easier. Curtsy lunges going to get a little bit harder until we're done. Keeping those hips pointed forward so you can see my hips we're not opening up. We're staying forward here. Oh, and sorry, reverse lunges. Switching back. So now we're at 30 seconds of each. And then we'll be getting onto the lighter, shorter sessions, I should say, of reverse lunges and the longer ones of curtsy lunges. Keeping that core tight. 3, 2, 1. Curtsy lunges. So we're stepping back and diagonal. Knee past our second toe. Whole foot on the ground. Coming down, keeping those hips straight on so we can feel that in our glutes. And same thing as reverse lunges. That back foot is just kind of there for balance. We're not pushing off the back leg. We're pushing off the front leg. 3, 2, 1. Back to reverse lunges. We got 20 seconds of these. And we'll do curtsy lunges for 40 seconds. Don't forget to breathe. Doing awesome. Keep pushing. 3, 2, 1. Curtsy lunges. Keeping those hips forward. Great job. We got one more set after this. So we're going to do 10 seconds lunges, 50 seconds of curtsy lunges, and then we're going to get right into our bicep curls and overhead presses. We're coming up on our last set here. We got 10 seconds of reverse lunges. 3, 2, 1. Last set of reverse lunges here. Squeeze those glutes. Feel the burn here. 3, 2, 1. Last set of curtsy lunges, 50 seconds here. Knee past the second toe. Keep those hips forward. All that weight in the front foot. Awesome. Great job, Jack. Keep up your good work. You're doing great. Push the ground away from us. Squeeze those glutes. Keep our core tight so our back is nice and flat. Shouldn't be feeling this in the back. Should only feel them in the glutes. Great job. We got bicep curls coming up here in about 10 seconds. We're going to do 50 seconds of those. 3, 2, 1. We're doing bicep curls. So we're squeezing through the bicep, keeping our back nice and flat. So we're not swinging the weight up. We don't want to be doing that. We don't want our back to be arched. We want that pelvis tucked, core tight. Back is flat. You can exhale as we bring those hands up. Great job. We got this with shoulder presses. So, and I do always recommend having 2 sets of dumbbells here, one lighter one, a little heavier one, especially when we're doing things for a long set of time. You can probably start off with lighter dumbbells here. 3, 2, 1, shoulder presses. We're only doing 10 seconds of shoulder presses, so we might be able to get away with heavier ones here. 3, 2, 1, back to bicep curls. And then, as the time gets shorter for bicep curls and the time gets longer for shoulder presses, we can always switch up our weights there. And as always, if you need to take a few seconds to grab some water, always recommend that. It's really important we stay hydrated while we are exercising. If you were at the webinar yesterday, I talked about how to get more water in, setting some good habits. So having a nice big water bottle is always helpful. We're going to be switching over to overhead presses in 3, 2, 1, pressing overhead, keeping that core tight. So again, as you can see, my back is flat, my core is tight, my pelvis is tucked. Not arching the back, we're controlling the weight up and down with our shoulders. All right, bicep curls, 3, 2, 1. Oh man, it's a lot of bicep work. Too bad Betsy's not here because I know she loves working the biceps. Whenever I put a lot of biceps in here for her, she doesn't come. So we're gonna have to give her a hard time, Jet, so that she can come join us next time. I'll send her the recording, so then that way she knows I'm calling her out. We're doing 30 seconds of each this time, so we're almost done here. Great job, Jet. 3, 2, 1. Shoulder presses, squeeze through the shoulders, controlling the weight up and down, keeping that core tight. Our back is flat. Helps to exhale. As we come up, we're not letting those shoulders dip below 90 degrees here. Keeping those elbows up will make it easier on the shoulders. Great job. 3, 2, 1, and bicep curls. We got 2 more of these. We're at 20 seconds here. Bicep curls are going to get shorter. Shoulder presses are going to get longer. Great job. After this, we're on the ground for glute bridges and for floor presses. 3, 2, 1, overhead presses. Starting to feel the fire in our shoulders. Gotta push through that feeling here. Exhaling as we come up helps us with a little bit more explosiveness. Really push those weights into the ceiling. Squeeze those shoulders. Keep those elbows up. Good, Jack. Good job. Keep pushing. We're almost there. We got 1 more set after this. Bicep curls in 3, 2, 1. Whew. Arms are on fire. I'm feeling it. We're doing great though. So let's go by fast. 3, 2, 1. Shoulder presses. Last round. Last round. We got this. Don't think about how much is burning. We're just going to think about how our muscles are growing right now, how we're getting nice and strong, and how having more muscles on our shoulders are going to protect our joints a little bit better, because we as females are still lucky that we have loose joints, so we got to protect our shoulders. That's why I'm such a big proponent of shoulder workouts, keeping those shoulders nice and strong. Also got to get ready for summer. Tank top season's coming. We want our arms looking good. We're gonna get on the ground here in a few seconds for those glute bridges. We got 10 seconds left. Keep pushing, keep pushing. Almost there. Great job. 3, 2, 1. All right, on the ground here, we're gonna be laying on our back, getting ready for those glute bridges. We're holding the weights above head to get a nice little core assist, so it's gonna help our core be a little bit more activated. And arms are straight above as we squeeze those glutes and come up. Nice straight line from our feet to our hips to our shoulders. Our pelvis is tucked. And just like with all of those dead bugs or core exercises that we do, pretend like we got that apple sitting at the bottom of our stomachs here. And we're crushing that apple to make sure our core is engaged. Great job. We are almost there. Keep pushing. I know this is tiring on the arms, so it's good for our core. 3, 2, 1. We are holding at the top and we're bringing those elbows down to our sides, pushing through the chest and up above our heads. 3, 2, 1. All right. I'm not holding my arms above head this time. Still can engage our core a little bit, but my chest needs a little bit of a rest. Still sore from my workout on Tuesday. So, but I definitely recommend keeping those arms above head. Helps us engage that core a little bit more and keep our pelvis nice and tucked. Great job. Squeeze those glutes all the way up. Push through the heels. Squeeze them on the way up. Great job. 3, 2, 1. We're holding the glutes at the top, bringing those elbows down, squeezing through the chest. So we want our elbows as close to our body as we can. As we exhale and press the weight up, keeping those glutes squeezed. 3, 2, 1. All right, back to glute bridges. So we got 30 seconds of each now. So we're almost halfway done. And then we're going to go ahead. We're staying on the ground after these two exercises. So we're going to be on the ground for a little longer here. Squeezing those glutes. We're almost there. Keep squeezing. 3, 2, 1. We are holding at the top, bringing those elbows down. So this is just like a bench press, but we're coming down to the ground so our elbows can't go past our body. So that's going to also help us protect those shoulder joints. We want to keep our arms out and bring them together and up above head. So that's what's going to activate the chest, is by bringing them from down towards our belly button to up above our head. So on a nice sweeping motion here, squeezing through the chest. 3, 2, 1. All right, glute bridges here. My glutes are on fire. This is a great workout here for us today. Core is engaged. Crush that apple. Pelvis is tucked. Keep squeezing. 3, 2, 1. Holding at the top. Pushing the weight above. So we're coming down, scooping up. That's really what's going to help us get some more chest engagement here. I know sometimes it's a little hard to engage the chest, especially for some reason females have a tough time. Guys love lifting chest typically, so really got to engage our chest as much as we can. Really squeeze our chest together, and our arms are scooping up and coming together. That's that action that's going to engage the chest. We got one more set of these coming up. Last one, then we go into dead bugs. 3, 2, 1. All right, glute bridges. Squeezing those glutes. Great job, Jet. Keep squeezing. And sorry, I wasn't watching. We're holding at the top. Those 10 seconds really do fly by. Our core is still engaged, so we're still squeezing the apple, squeezing our glutes. Doing a lot of squeezing today. Bring those arms together. We're protecting our shoulders, keeping our elbows nice and tight here. Keep breathing. Doing great. We got dead bugs coming up here. Dead bugs and toe touches are our next two exercises. We got about 10 seconds left of these. All right, dead bugs with a core assist. 3, 2, 1. Knees and ankles in the air, 90 degrees. Pelvis is tucked low back. That belly button is pushed into the ground as hard as we can. Crushing that apple as we bring our legs and our knees back to center. Great job, y'all. Keep squeezing. We're extending, bringing that leg back in. This is a great workout for our core because working our low back. That's part of our pillar here. Shoulders, torso, hips. That's our pillar. That's what all movement is based on. The stronger that pillar is, the better our movement is going to be. We got toe touches. 3, 2, 1. Toes in the air. Keeping those legs as straight as we can. Exhaling, using the core to come up. 3, 2, 1. All right, dead bugs. It's a lot of core work today. Doing great. Extend the leg as far out as you can while keeping that low back on the ground. And our knees are directly above the hips. We don't want them to be coming in here. We want them out to keep that core engaged. And having our arms above our head with the dumbbells is going to help us engage that core a little bit better. Great job, Jack. Keep using that core. We got toe touches coming up here. 3, 2, 1. Feet in the air, exhaling, using our core. So the dead bugs are going to work more our low back as well as the lower part of our core, and these are going to work the upper part of our core. So we're getting a total core workout in here. 3, 2, 1. Back to dead bugs. We're about halfway there. We got 2 more after this. If your hips are starting to feel it, take a second. You can always grab some water too. I know these aren't the most cardio-inducing exercises, but they're definitely pretty taxing. So make sure we're keeping up on our water intake here. 3, 2, 1. Feet in the air. Exhaling, coming up. Bring the weights as close as we can to our toes. You can always use 1, 2, or 0 weights, whatever is most comfortable for you. But if you normally do 1, grab that second one. If you normally don't do any, grab some weight. If you normally do both of them, then just try and do a few more this time than you normally do. We're almost there. Keep pushing. 3, 2, 1. All right, back to dead bugs here. Knees in the air. Extend. Exhale. Crush that apple. Push my hip today. Great job. We are still keeping that low back flat on the ground. Oh, sorry, toe touches. Wasn't paying attention to the timer. We got 1 more round after this, and then we're going to cool down. We're almost there. Great job. Keep pushing. Doing great. Keep exhaling. Keep breathing. Keep crushing that apple here. Last round coming up here. Back to dead bugs. A few seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right. This is going to go by real quick. Extend. Crush that apple. Bring back to center. 3, 2, 1. All right. Feet in the air. Last round, you guys. Great job. Push through that soreness or the burning we feel. Oh my goodness, I cannot keep my legs up right now. Back is on the ground. Exhaling. Lifting ourselves up, using our core. No momentum here. Great job. Almost there. Keep pushing, finishing strong here. 3, 2, 1. And we are done with that workout. Oh man, ladders always get me. Great job. Get a sip of water if you need it. And we're going to go ahead and get right into our cool down here. So we did a lot of glute work today. So what we're going to do is we're going to stretch out our glutes a little bit and our low back a little bit with that piriformis stretch. So we're going to get on the ground on our backs here. And I'm going to start with my right leg. I'm going to cross my right ankle right above my left knee. And if that's a good stretch for you, go ahead and stay there. If you need a little bit extra, we're going to go ahead and interlace our fingers together. And we're going to pull our knee towards our chest. So place those fingers right under the knee on the hamstring. Pull that left knee in towards the chest. We should start to feel the stretch on the outer part of our glutes here. Stretching out the back of our hip, which in turn is going to stretch out the front of our hip a little bit. I know my hips are a little tight today. It's a great stretch. Feels very nice. Inhaling nice and deep into the belly, exhaling nice and slow. We're going to do one more big inhale here. And on the exhale, we can go ahead and release and bring that left knee or left foot to the ground and then our right foot. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So crossing that left ankle right above the right knee here. Interlace those fingers, grabbing that leg either behind the knee, in front of the knee, or you can stay there if that's a good stretch for you. And we're pulling that knee towards our chest. And one more big inhale. And on our exhale, go ahead and release out of that stretch. And lastly, we're going to flip over onto our hands and our knees. And from here, we're going to take those knees a little bit wider than our hips. And we're going to sink our glutes towards our heels, hands out to the front for some child's pose. Forehead, chin, or cheek onto the ground. And we're going to do 3 big inhales here. And one more big inhale. Nice, long, slow exhale. And go ahead and come up out of that stretch. And you can stay there if you'd like, or you can do seated, kneeling, or standing. But that is all the time we have for that class. So thank you for joining me. It's always really nice to get our day started with a nice workout before and as the sun even rises. Don't forget, today we do have 2 stretch breaks with Luis, one at 11 a.m. and one at 2:30. So don't miss out on those. And then we have exercise with exos with me at 12 p.m. today. So hope you have a great morning, and hopefully I'll see you.
Thanks, Jazz.